Stop waiting. Start becoming. Welcome to Becoming with Beck, the podcast for those ready to shift their mindset, lead themselves, and manifest intentionally. If you know you're meant for more, you're in the right place. Let's begin. Hello and welcome back to Becoming with Beck. I'm your host, Beck Robinson, and thank you so much for joining me today. Now, today's episode could be quite short. We have yet another daycare bug blessing our family. So I'm recording this in the small pocket of time because I love creating episodes and I feel like what I've learned is so valuable and can help others on this journey too. So I'm making time. I'm filming this actually on the day that the episode comes out, which is not ideal. I tried to do it days before, but unfortunately, with this sickness, I haven't been able to carve out some time to record this. Now, before I dig into today's topic, I thought I would share a manifestation win that I've had because sometimes manifesting can feel hard when it doesn't need to be. So before I was pregnant, I used to train at a gym a couple of times a week during my lunch break, and it was one of my favorite parts of the day. And then I fell pregnant and I stopped going because I was experiencing changes in pain. So I surrendered to not overdoing it. Then since having a baby, I signed up to a gym near home, which isn't the best gym, but it's the only one in our area that offers fitness passports. So I have the opportunity to get a fitness passport through my employer, which is so handy because I can join a number of gyms and only have to pay for the one membership. But lately I've been thinking about cancelling my fitness passport so I can train at a more suitable gym near home that's more suited to my goals. Anyway, I did cancel my membership and I received an email saying there was a 30-day cancellation period. I just accepted this for what it is and I was going to sign up to the new gym after this cancellation period. But I've also been opening up to seeing more opportunities and rewiring my brain to, see opportunities as they present themselves. Well, I was on Instagram and I saw that the gym that I wanted to sign up to was celebrating their 3rd birthday, and to celebrate it, they were offering new members 4 weeks free plus no joining fee. Now, this lined up perfectly with the 30-day cancellation period. So I received the email stating this probably 2 or 3 days before I saw this post on Instagram. So it was perfect. So I thank the universe for this opportunity and I signed up to the new gym. This is how easy manifesting can be, but you have to be open to it. The brain does this really interesting thing where it will filter everything you believe. So if you have the belief that you attract opportunities, your brain will search for opportunities. A quote that comes to mind is, "You have to believe it to receive it." So if you have this belief that opportunities present themselves, they're going to present themselves because your brain will filter for them. Now, there's something that I've been exploring lately that I think has been really helpful on my journey. You may have been led to believe that we manifest things. These could be a car, a partner, a job, a house, whatever it may be. But manifestation goes much deeper than this, because while it's great to have things, material things, it comes down to something far greater than this. And it's the feeling behind the thing that we are manifesting. So let's say you have a list of desires. Maybe there's a certain car. Maybe you want a double-story mansion by the water. Maybe you're manifesting your soulmate, etc. What are the feelings behind these manifestations that you are wanting these things to bring? I know I've seen people talking about their experiences of having money to buy things such as like designer handbags, thinking that's what they wanted. But once they had them, it didn't really fulfill anything within them. And this was more like, well, I see a wealthy person have them, so I wanted them too. And it can also apply to experiences too. So you might see a lot of people traveling to a certain destination, so you just do the same thing, and then when you get there, you don't really get the hype. I feel like I've experienced this with Fiji. Like, I loved Fiji and everyone was going there, but I probably wouldn't travel there again. Like, I didn't really see the hype of Fiji. So my example is owning my own home. This has long been on my list of desires that I've achieved, and when I look at the feelings behind why I desired to own a home, these feelings were feelings of security, wealth, accomplishment. From a very young age, my family grew up in a home that my parents owned, and I loved knowing there were so many memories made in this home. I decided I also wanted this for myself and my family. But many people feel the pressure to own a home because it's just what you do, or here in Australia, it's the great Australian dream. But if it's not something you truly desire and the feeling behind it isn't clear, when you obtain the desire, you might feel empty. You might not even feel anything. You might like renting because you value the feeling of freedom to move to a different location, or you might just not want a mortgage. All these are valid. Another example that I have is of my car. So I had a four-wheel drive ute on my list of desires, which I also achieved. The feelings behind this were freedom and adventure. I could go off-road or in the bush. I also had a horse at the time, so having this car was practical. It meant that I could carry equipment, horse feed, hay. I could also use it to tow my horse if I needed to. It wasn't just the desire of wanting a four-wheel drive ute because I thought it was cool to have. It was the feelings behind this ute. So when I got this ute, I cherished it and appreciated it and was so grateful for it. So as great as it is to have desires, we need to be clear on why we are manifesting it, so when we get the desire, we fulfill the feeling. It's not coming from a place of, well, that person has a sports car and looks like they have it all together, so now I desire a sports car. Because when you get the sports car, you still feel like you don't have it all together. Now, I stumbled across a neuroscientist, Emily McDonald, who has this simple exercise you can do right now. So get a pen and paper, write this down. Write down what you want. Write a list of all your desires. Identify the feelings behind these desires and write them down, maybe against each desire. What is it that you want these desires to fulfill, the feelings? Write down a list of reasons why you already have to feel that way. So what are some things you have in your life currently that already fulfill these feelings? Maybe it's a stable roof over your head. Maybe it's food on the table and being able to nourish your body, whatever it might be. Make a list of things or activities you can give or do for yourself that can make you feel that certain way. So the very, very simple task, very helpful. You can change your mind on anything as well. Maybe you have this desire that you want something, and then when you actually get down to it, you think, this actually isn't something that I desire. You can change your mind. Now, I hope this episode has changed the way that you perceive what manifestation is. If you are also of the belief that manifesting is just attracting external or material things, because I know I had this belief when I was first learning it. If this episode resonated with you, I would love it if you left a review, and also feel free to leave a comment about what stood out for you or what you took from this episode. I would love to hear it. You can also follow me on Instagram at Becoming with Beck. Lately, I've been sharing affirmations and key takeaways from books that I've been reading or listening to, or podcasts that I've been delving into, YouTube videos, whatever I'm coming across, I've been sharing because I love learning. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.